welcome to Truly Wicked Crafts Flosstube. I am Ava. I'm known as Truly Wicked Crafts on Etsy, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook. Well, I'm also known by my actual name on Facebook, but there's a Truly Wicked Crafts Facebook page. Oh yeah, and Truly Wicked of Y over on Twitter, though I'm not on Twitter all that much. For various reasons, mostly it's just not my preferred platform. It has been a while since my last Flosstube recording. A very long while. Last time I recorded was in May. I didn't even finish out recording for my mania. For my Mermania. I couldn't do it. It got too hot. I could do nothing. The heat hit really hard and my everything just went. So, of course, at the same time, about a couple months later, when I was starting to adjust to the heat, what I usually record on, what I had been recording on, sorry you got the big finger there, I was brushing something off the screen. What I had been recording on died. I had been recording on my iPod Touch. It died on me. So I'm pretty sure you will notice a difference in the quality. And not for the better. I through installments, got an Amazon Fire tablet. Got the 8 instead of the 10. Probably should have gotten the 10, but I'm not too pleased with the video quality, but it works for my purposes. I can scroll Instagram, I can play on Facebook, I have mobile capabilities. It makes me happy. So that happened, and then, joy of joys, my mom went into the hospital. Her CO2 level, we will call it a clusterfuck, and yes, people, I am one of the ones that let the fucks fly. The clusterfuck that got my mom into the hospital was just neglect of herself. She stopped going to the doctor to get her prescriptions refilled. She did not tell me who's the techie and who's the techie. Pretty much anything mechanical, electronic, anything that, has to work for something. That's what I take care of around the house. That includes her oxygen machine. Her boneheaded butt did not tell me that there was no oxygen flow going through her machine. So she just turned it off. And I was thinking, she was just forgetting to turn it on. Because, she'd leave for work, turn it off, come back, turn it back on. No, she wasn't forgetting to turn it on. She just wasn't turning it on because she didn't see the point when she wasn't getting oxygen. And so telling me, hey, I'm not getting any oxygen flow. So I could fix it. All of that led up to her hallucinating and having such a high CO2 level, I could not get her to wake up for longer than a few seconds at a time. At the hospital, when they tested her CO2 levels, it was in the 90s. That's where your oxygen level is supposed to be. It's supposed to be in the 90s. It's not supposed to be in the CO2 level is not supposed to be in the 90s. Can you tell this stressed me out? I love my mother. I love her very, very much. But sometimes I want to wring her neck. Not enough to kill her. Not enough to even cause permanent damage. Not enough to cause I don't even want to bruise her. Just just gently wring her neck. Just a little. Just a little. Because it was very upsetting. So that happened around about September, and just up until now, every time I started gearing up and started feeling like I wanted to record, life decided to jump up and smack me in the ass. Not fun. But, you know, life goes on. Things are slowly getting back to an even keel, and I intend to keep them that way. And I have been stitching, of course. I have been stitching. You're getting a whip parade because Amy of Amytville asked me for a long video, so it's gonna be a long one. So you're gonna get a whip parade, in addition to seeing, you know, seeing finishes and some FFOs. Yes, I have FFOs. Not a shocker. Not with the amount of time I've been gone, right? First FFO. I do not remember if I showed you this or not. I don't even remember if I had finished it in May. I think I may have, but I'm not sure. This is the Leslie Tier Peace Angel. I call it the fairy because those are fairy wings. Obviously I did some conversion. Made her skirt blue and her wings purple and her top silver. Made her hair a little more brown. Used beads in place of French knots. And it's a nice, pretty FFO. It's all cute. Makes me happy. And I just realized I did not put my signature on this thing. Oh well, I can put a badge on the back later. So, she's pretty. Makes me pleased. She's going to be a gift for someone. I'm not saying who, because I'm pretty sure that someone watches these. But she's going to get one more nice bath and ironing, and then she'll get packed up and sent to a new home. So, that's the first FFO. Next FFO? Yeah, it was a start, a finish, and now an FFO. And you're just seeing the FFO. Gojira. I'm not a Godzilla person. Okay, as a rule. I'd never gotten interested in Godzilla before. Round about when Godzilla was coming out, the new movie Godzilla King of Monsters, round about when that was about to come out, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw the advertisement. I was just like, that looks interesting. Tapped the sound, and it was the Mama Said Knock You Out trailer. And I looked at it, my jaw dropped, and I went, I have to go see it. And I convinced my mother to go see it in theaters with me. That was in July. I think, July. We saw it opening weekend. I was that excited for it. And I'm still not a big Godzilla fan. Mothra, I'm totally in love with now, but Godzilla's mostly take it or leave it. My brother sees this, he's gonna die. But, you know, my brother is a big Godzilla fan. So, I was just, you know, perusing Godzilla Cross Stitch, as you do when you have a new obsession. And I saw this. Do not ask, I can't remember for the life of me, and because my iPod is, because of the way that Amazon Fire has to work, the editing that was here before is very much gone. Sorry. Well, sorry, not sorry. Anyway, my brother is a big Godzilla fan, so I stitched this for him. It was supposed to be done for his birthday. That did not happen. But it's done now. And it's going to reach him before Christmas. Oh, like hopefully before Christmas. That'll depend entirely on how quick UPS ships things when we can get it off. But yes, here it is. Nice and the orange supposed to be like all fiery, flamey looking. I dyed that myself, and the black and white fabric. You can tell those are buildings, right? Cityscape, Godzilla, and the moon glows in the dark. I hope he likes it. If he doesn't, he and I are going to go around. He better like it, the dork. And the other FFO I have. Okay. I was working on other things. Yeah. And devoting attention to other things. Then an exchange came up. And I was like, oh crap, what am I going to do for that? And it wasn't you have to make it, but just you can make it. And I just was like, I really kind of need the person that I was to give it's a Secret Santa exchange. The person that I was to Secret Santa to is a big Labyrinth fan. And, it's not really, it's easy but not easy to find, Labyrinth merchandise. You can find it on Amazon for an unholy amount of money. For very little things. I was just like, no, I can make something better. I had considered making a little itty bitty quilt with some Labyrinth fabric that I'd gotten from Spoonflower ages ago. I can't find it anywhere. Of course. So instead, I cross stitch. Cloud's Factory has Labyrinth cross stitches. What am I going to do? I decided to do the Dance Magic quote. You know the one, you remind me of the babe. And now it's playing in your head. So I decided to stitch that. I started it the day of Thanksgiving. I finished it by the next Thursday. And it is now totally FFO'd. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I look forward to making this for myself at some point. I really do. I made some slight changes. Dance. There and there. And You Remind Me Of are in 823. I think it's 823. It's that navy. It's that 800 navy color. You know the color. You know the color. So instead of the browns that they were in, just because I like the way that they popped in dark blue better, that green there and the green in Flower. That is Weeks Dye Works Loden. Oh, and the line under there. The Babe, What Power, and Magic are all done in Weeks Dye Works Grenadine. Just because I happened to have those in my stash and decided to use them. And I made one change to Jareth's design. He has heterochromia. Because David Bowie, when you look at pictures of him, and of course you watch Labyrinth, you will notice that one eye looks blue, one eye looks dark colored. He didn't actually have heterochromia. We are going to, random trivia. He didn't actually have heterochromia. If I remember correctly, he had a head injury at some point, and it caused one of his pupils to be permanently dilated. So his eye always looked dark. That one eye always looked dark, and the other eye always looked blue. So, because his eye color is blue. So, Jareth has 2 different colored eyes because he's the frickin' Goblin King, and it's magic. So that's it for the FFOs. I have a foe. I don't remember if I showed this or not, or if it was done after I stopped recording, but it's rude. The words are rude. There's cursing in there. So fair warning. I am not for children. But this is Peacock and Fig from her Mermaid Tales. I really liked stitching her. I look forward to stitching the rest of them. A lot. A whole lot. It's gonna be fun. So that was a faux. My next faux. That's not my next one. But the next finish that things are sliding off. No! Don't run away! The next little itty bitty finish that I had, and it is a little itty bitty finish, is she's naked up top, but I'm not sure you can tell. I didn't choose a dark enough color to contrast, I don't think, but she's my redesign for the Clouds Factory Legendary Creatures alphabet for the Y. She's a Yakshini. Yep, I pronounced that right, I think. But, yeah. Yakshini are, Indian nature spirits. Like actual Indian. You know, over across the ocean. So, I wanted a little more color. I wanted, a little more variety. So, I made her. I like her. I'm going to very much enjoy stitching her when I redo the whole alphabet. That's just a practice swatch. And my next FO. Oh yeah. I know y'all remember me starting her. Nora Corbett's Minerva. And I decided to stitch her in DMC Etoile. In blues. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my God, is she not gorgeous? Oh. I love her. I love her a lot. And I don't know if this camera will pick up the sparkle at all or not. So, hope springs eternal. She's so pretty. My Christine / Minerva. She's so pretty. She makes me happy. She like makes me stupid happy. So yeah, I pretty much used all the DMC Etoile blues, and of course 310 DMC Etoile. The moon is in DMC Glow in the Dark, and the owl and the branches are in just straight DMC 310. And her hair, I don't know if you can tell or not. Again, camera issues. But then again, it's a little hard to tell even without the lousy camera. But her hair I stitched it out of Dark Horse from Victorian Motto Sampler Shop. And she's finished, and she's gorgeous. And I have no clue how I'm gonna FF over, but I love her. Absolutely freaking love her. I kind of want to frame her, but at the same time, I kind of want to do a soft wall hanging. But at the same time, I want to send her to someone who is a professional finisher because I'm very happy with her and I don't want to mess her up. My next FO. I am in the process of turning it into an FFO. This is I'm Not Perky by the Witchy Stitcher. Yeah. I'm making it into a coffin-shaped bag. It's a gift for a cousin of mine. Her mother calls her her little gothling. And it's a gift for her 16th birthday. So. I believe that's it for FOs. That's it for FOs, FFOs. Next, I'm going to bring out my active whips. Okay, these are the ones that I'm like actively focusing on, like regularly putting stitches into. And the first one is, of course, let's just go ahead and, yeah, get that thread going to the back. This is for my Smalls Exchange, my TSC Love Spell Smalls Exchange. It's a poppy, and the poppy needs to have some back stitching done. It is on, you can't really, it's not picking up the color, but it's on 54 count hemp linen weave fabric. It's 100% organic hemp, but it's in a linen weave from Jackson Fabric Arts. I really, really like Jackson Fabric Arts fabric. Currently, their Etsy shop is closed down, and their website doesn't have any listings, so I don't know what's going on. But I hope they come back soon, because I really like their fabric. So. And I cannot for the life of me remember where this pattern is from. But that's my current what I'm currently majorly devoting my attention to whip. Then we have this. Can't really tell what it is. That's a little witch hat, and it's Witches by White Raven on Etsy. Is it White Raven? I do know how to speak, but it's just been such a long while. White Raven Designs on Etsy. That one I will put in the description box down below. They now have a character limit, and I don't know how many characters it is, so I'll put what I can in the description box. If they max out the character limit, they max it out, and I'm SOL. And you can just, ask me if there is no answer to it in the description box below. But yeah. This is going to be two naked witches facing, kind of looking at each other over each other's shoulders with like a moon up here. But as you can see, I've only just started one act. It is 1/1 on 28 count Crystal Huntress Opalescent Cassia Linen from Picture This Plus. This color is glorious. It's just Oh, hey, I match. It's so freaking pretty. So pretty. And I started a Hade. It's not a big Hade. It's an ornament. It's one of like 2 Hade patterns that I have for testing which count I like stitching on better. This is 28 count Easy Grid Lugana, and that's the start I've made. Pretty much just looks like a black blob, but yeah, as you can see from the little parking, there's quite a few colors there. This is the fortune teller ornament, Lisa Parker. So I wanted to get that started and really start devoting some attention to it before January. Because in 2020, the year-long stitch-along, the year-long salve in the Stitcher's Coven is going to be Sick in the Hade. So if you're in the Stitcher's Coven, break out your Hades, people. So those are my current active whips. Brace yourselves, folks. Now comes the whip parade. We will start with, where is it? Where did I stick it? Up there. Yeah, another bad word coming up, folks. It's off center. I have no idea how I'm going to wind up finishing it. I may just like fray check the edges and slap it on canvas. I don't know. But I'm stitching it in DMC Etoile. This has very much been today's mantra, so to speak. It's been a rough day. I've been dropping things, losing things, finding out that I did not have everything I needed for a project that I thought was fully kitted up. The Hade, actually. I have to get DMC that I had thought I had, but apparently did not. So that's one of my older whips. These are in absolutely no particular order. I'm just grabbing them as they come to hand. The next whip, working copy, is my Nora Corbett's Letters from Mermaids, letter A. I think this is the right way up. I do highlight my working copy, so I will be able to figure out where I'm at. But that's what I've done so far. Oh, good Lord. PTP Ada. So freaking soft. So soft. So pretty. So lovely. That lives in my Pinup Mermaids bag that was made with the fabric so that Christine of Stitch All the Things so graciously gifted me. Also living in this bag Ooh, that stuck on there. The Curious Mermaid by Autumn Lane Stitchery. As you can tell, I don't exactly have, you know, much done yet. Just a little bit of a corner. But it's pretty. It's cute. It's gonna be gorgeous when I do get it done. Sometime in the next forever. Come on. Dude, I even dated, like, as you can see, there's highlighting. I dated it. Because, like, I sort of track what I did do on certain days by highlighting in one color. I actually dated that. Oh, Lord. Now this does not actually live in this particular bag. I just stuck it in there for now. This is more Jackson Fabric Arts fabric. This is one of the Primitive Hair's sabots. This is Samhain. I'm stitching it in silk. It's a Karen Water Lilies. I think it's Black Forest, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't have a memory. And the eyes, you know, the color in the eyes and such, that's not actually charted. I just added that because, you know, I thought it would look better with it. And it does. It does indeed. That I've been working on for a while. And I really should get it done. I mean, it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be pretty quick, but meh. I'll get there when I get there, I guess. Oh, next up. Oh, yes. Yes, this. This is, I'm gonna call it the Erica Michaels by the Sea collection. Because it's the silk berry, it's the linen berry, it's the locket, it's the medallion, it's the needle book, I'm not actually currently starting the needle book, but I will be eventually. So, first up, this is going to go in the locket. This one's done. I changed her skin color, because I do believe in diversity, and, like, I am sad because you can't see how really nice it looks with this camera. Ah. Well, it looks nice. You'll just have to take my word for it. It's gonna go in a locket. That one's done. I am currently working on the medallion. I'm now in the slog part of the medallion, which is filling all that inside the circle. The circle looks wonky. It is not actually wonky. It is, you know, I did stitch the circle correctly. I triple checked. It's just the way the silk gauze is stretched on the hoop. It makes it look a little wonky. But yeah, there we go. This one I had some issues with the chart. There are symbols that the key for the actual medallion, which is the symbols on the key for the medallion are different from the symbols for the exact same pattern. Or the exact same part, the exact, for, I'm stumbling over my words again. The medallion has different symbols for the same flosses that are used in part of the pattern pack, if that made sense. The medallion comes in either the silk berry or the linen berry, part of that pack, part of one of those packs. And the symbols for the medallion chart are different from the symbols of the other charts in the same pack. And it's missing symbols, which drove me crazy. And like all that sand in there, all the light sand, did it say that I needed that floss in the materials list? No, it did not. It wasn't until I was reading the instructions that it said, oh yeah, you need this floss. Really? Really? But after a little bit, I just went, heck with it, and just did the fish as to best color I could guess. It was the fish that was the only thing that was really confusing. So I did the fish as best I could. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I like them. I'm not redoing it. And of course, we have thread hanging down, but this is the, I'm gonna have to tighten that up. But this is the silk berry. Got the outline all done and started doing the swirlies. I love swirlies. Don't you love swirlies? Swirlies are nice. They can be a pain in the butt to stitch, but they're nice. And of course, this is the fabric for this is the start of the linen berry. Mermaid on the linen berry. I didn't change her skin color from the charted because I didn't want to give myself the headache. It can be a little challenging to try and figure out, what color would work best here or there when you're changing skin color from a charted. I don't know why it's sometimes such a pain in the rear end, but sometimes it really is. Which might be why folks don't think to chart that way when they make the charts. I don't know. But that's my whenever I need a break from whatever else whip. Next. Yes. Crinkle, crinkle. Voluptuous Mermaid from where's that? Come on, there you are. Yeah. I'm doing her in blues. And so far, I've just got her head. She's on perforated vinyl, using JP & Coates blue flosses. Patterns out of this, which I will probably pass the stash on this one day because God knows it was hard as heck for me to find this supper. So, whip number I'm not even gonna count. I'm not counting. If you want to count, knock yourself out. I'm not counting. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, well, let's just falling down. This, it's a little dusty, is the Calypso Silhouette. It's a freebie, so I feel no shame for showing you this. That I'm stitching on this canvas bag and regretting choosing to stitch it on the canvas bag because it was hard as heck to get the needle through there. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna finish it one day. Probably in the far, far future. But this is by it doesn't have the printout did not work well for me, but Passione Ricamo? Trying to pronounce a name from a foreign language that I certainly don't speak from memory. I know I slaughtered that. And yeah, there's schmutz on the, because it's been like stuck back. But, you know, when I get to it, what the heck? I don't want to discuss what I just found. It's a silverfish. I hate those things. But, I figure it's like from, the tote bag has been like stuck in one of my cabinets where like there's a lot of old paper and stuff, and I don't know why, but silverfish like those areas, or they seem to. This is another what is it? This is another primitive hair. It's what I started her Beltina Sabbat. Obviously changing colors, but that's a whip. Hopefully it'll be done by next Beltina. I don't know. Hope springs eternal, people. Oh yeah, Snow Bear's stocking. It's my next whip. Yeah, not much to be seen. I'm still filling in the top of the stocking, and I have a few little like scattered dots of snow. Not much to see. Yeah, and my plan had been to finish this in 1 year. No. Nope. Mm-mm. Yeah. Nice plan. Didn't happen. It probably would have if I'd actually devoted a lot of attention to it, but, you know. I shinied. Mermania. Heat. Stress. Mom. You know, I shinied on various other patterns. Oh, hey! I found my working copy for the witches. Yeah, White Raven patterns. Next whip. Bringing Home the Tree by Sue Phyllis Designs. This was supposed to be my mother's Christmas gift this year. Did I get anywhere near finished? No. No. I shinied and it got stuck back, and here's where I currently am. Well, I will say one thing for this camera. It picks up the snow. Okay. Alright. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, my iPod was never picking up the snow, but this one apparently does. Next up is, this is a pattern of my own design. It's not available anywhere, you know, out in the world just yet. It will be one day, but currently, no. But also part of my Mermania. The brown that you see is the start of the is like gonna be the back of the ship, and these little curly cues are mermaid hair. So she's pretty. She's very pretty. It's all Victorian Motto Sampler. All of the floss. I designed her for the Victorian Motto Sampler floss that I have. I had originally intended to just design, you know, for the Sleepy Hollow pack that I bought a couple years ago. Then when I did design my Little Mermaid pattern, I needed other colors, so I bought more. Because that's what you do. Yeah, that's the linen berry, the locket, and the needlebook. Don't ask me where the pattern, like where the non-working pattern is for the medallion and the silk berry, because I have no clue. Here's where I am on Midnight Brew. This is another Autumn Lane Stitchery pattern. I do not know where my working pattern is. I imagine it's stuck somewhere in a folder. But more Jackson Fabric Arts fabric, turquoise, 30 count. This is 54 count. I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably did, but yeah, the moon is glow in the dark, and the eyeballs are this Rainbow Gallery neon rays plus NP303. Okay. Ah, yes. Where's that? Where did I stick the... What the... That answers that question. Ay, mercy. You're just getting a whole lot of white today, aren't you? I'm very far out of practice. Next up, another primitive hair design. Do you notice a trend? This is her, I forget what she calls it on her Etsy, but when in the just cross-stitching issue, it was called, you know, Believe in Dreams. It's that pattern. It is also being stitched on 54 count. It is not being stitched 1/1 because I'm not that crazy. The Samhain is 1/1 on 54 count. Not doing 1/1 on 54 count ever again. Don't really need to. But I've just got the border so far. That's it. It'll get finished eventually and given to my mother, as that is the whole point of it, to be given to my mother. Next up is more of Mermania, Comfort Lighthouse. I have a little bitty spit. Oh, no, wrong side. Wrong side. I forget which projects I stitch in the well and which projects I don't. But I just have a little bitty spit of the slant of the roof. Just a little bitty bit of a start. Just a teeny little start. Yeah. Where did I put it? I put it around here somewhere. Where did I put it? Right there. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. This is one of the Stitchy Little Fox designs. It's also part of Mermania. Salty but sweet. And, ooh, woof. As you can tell, I'm changing up the colors a little bit. But, yeah. There she is. I got her black outline done. That's about it for now. I'll probably return to her in May. Shall I give you a close-up? Since, you know, that's what I did for so many others. Dangling thread. She's on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. That I was attempting to get a stormy gray with faint blue shadows going. I never was able to get that to manage that, so that's and where am I? Oh yeah. Okay, next up is another Leslie Tier. I do rather like her patterns quite a bit. Fantasy Mermaid. And I just have a little bitty cherub, part of a frame. That's where I'm at with that so far. And yes, I am giving all the cherubs and the mermaid different color skin. Because I want it. I want it to be a little bit more diverse. Right. This is the one where there is no cover image anywhere to be found. This is the Alita Designs Mermaid. It's a freebie. There it is. It's on Pictures plus Ada. I don't remember the colorway. I don't remember the colorway of this particular fabric. It's in my book that I have somewhere that I'm not going to dig out. And don't you dare sit, stay. Nope. It's trying to slide off. I have entirely too much of this mess hanging around. Ah, here we go. Next up is what I've gotten done on the Minerva Witch Mermaid. I'll probably play with her next Halloween. But yeah, the nice light purple 54 count 1/2 start of the border. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Got threads dangling all over. I should not be yawning. It is way too early in the morning for me to be yawning. What the heck? Next up is, the Eramas. I don't know if this thing actually has a title or not. I don't know. But, I did get started. Definitely doing the back stitch as I go. But yeah, we have, it's either Flotsam or Jetsam and the start of Ursula's hair. Ah, yes, sweet. Technical difficulties. User error. I did not think this through. This is the Sea Star Teen Stitch by Sophia, designed by Sophia Cornali, copyright by Julia Punti and Ticci and GPA. I would try to better pronounce that name, but I've never heard it pronounced, so I don't want to slaughter it. I have stuff sliding down here, and it should not be sliding. Hold still! Stop it! Ah! Good grief. What? The friction should be enough to hold you in place. Darn it. I got a jellyfish started. That's about it. Jellyfish and one little piddling strand of seaweed. I'm using JP & Coates flosses. I am not. The amount of fancy floss without a DMC conversion in this sucker. No. No. Nah. Oh, no. Yep. But that's where I am. I swear if you start slumping over again. Good. Stay there. The Siren's Tart by Jack's Sweet Shop. I started getting most of her hair. I think I got most of her hair. Yeah. Minus the highlights. So... there. Those are the flosses. I got the kit, so. Worked very nicely for me. Is that it? Oh my god. Oh lord, that's it. Shocking. Okay, that's it with the whips. And my squealing and screaming at the pile of whips. that I'm going to have to put up and organize. Oops. Oh well. It'll get, like, chucked all over heaven and back. So, I think that's it. Plans. Oh, right, plans. Whew. I intend to start making bags again as soon as, holiday crafting is over. So yeah, I'll be making bags again and putting them up in my shop. What else will I be doing? For stitching wise, I caved. I thought for sure I was not going to do another Clouds Factory stitch along because Legendary Creatures disappointed me so. But I caved for 2020 because it's Grimm's Fairy Tales. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a fairy tale. So, yeah. Gonna do that. At the same time, I will also be redoing the Legendary Creatures alphabet. Because I'm crazy. Do I have any? Oh, yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna start it. But I intend to get the new Mirabilia, Lilith of Labrador. Oh my god. She is gorgeous. She is amazing. She is just... Oh. Y'all, if you have not seen that, go. Go now. Go look at her. She's amazing. And I need her in my life. I should probably start stitching red. But no. No. I'm stitching Lilith. That is going to be my next Mirabilia. I intend to start stitching my Poison Pixies at the same as well. Sometime during 2020. Don't know when. But I will. Are there any other stitching plans? There probably are. That I've completely, that's just completely leaked out of my ears. And gone, cackling madly down the street. But for now, that's all that I can think of. Next time I'll be a little more organized. I won't have as much falling over and making me scream. Who knows, I might have something new. I might start something new. Oh, yes. I can't believe I forgot this. There is a mythological, okay, I'm sitting right in front of my computer. So I am going to go on to Facebook and I'm going to look this up. You'll see the glare from my glasses. Apparently my niece called me old. Gotta love it. Gotta love a, what, 11-year-old? Is she 11 or 12? Oh god, I can't even remember my own niece's age. Oh, mercy. Well, if it would, cooperate. Behave. Okay, well, we're going on to Facebook. Yes, the page is loading. I was on Messenger, so it's... What is it? What is it? Come on. Cooperate. It's a challenge group. You know, like how, oh Lord. There was like the, Magical Stitches, I think, is what it was. Challenge group. I have an old computer. And she's kind of slow. For the love of Mike, load already. My patience is not at its best today, is it? Mythological Stitchers Challenge. There we are. Ah! And for the luck, I will be linking to that group in the down box. I move one thing and everything starts sliding over. I move my mouse and everything starts sliding over. Stop it. Oh. Okay, it is a private group, so you do have to, you know, request to join and answer some questions. They're not difficult questions. Yeah, and why did the About section is refusing to load for me? Why is it doing that? It should not be doing that. Come on. Play nice today. I finally got off my butt and recorded. Play nice, please. Okay. Okay, the group has weekly and monthly challenges based on mythology and folklore. Each month has its own theme. And pretty much the aim of the challenges are to motivate people to get as many stitches in their whips or new starts, because, you know, people start stuff, as you possibly can. In order to so it's low pressure. There's no points to earn, no teams to join, or grading process. It's just, you know, play along, fun in the spirit type thing. So of course I joined because that's my kind of challenge. Plus, you know, mythology. I'm a mythology slut. So I will be starting, because the first month is vampires. Vampires and Egyptian mythology, which fit together better than one might expect. But I will be starting a pattern by the Witchy Stitcher. Her Don't Tell Me to Smile pattern that was in her vampire Witchy Stitcher box. So that's also in the plans. All 2020 plans, pretty much. So, yeah, that's it. I don't know for sure if we are currently accepting new members into the Stitcher's Coven or not. I do know that Amy wanted to get some stuff, nailed down a little bit better before we added new members. But can't hurt to come and, request to join. And if the request isn't approved, then either you didn't answer the questions or we're just not ready to accept more people again yet. Do not know. So that's pretty much where everything is. I think that covers it all. So I am going to take off, start packing these things up to send off to people, and just get some required stuff done today. Stuff I have to do. Pay bills. We all hate paying bills. Everyone hates paying bills. I don't think I know anybody who enjoys paying a bill. So, that's it. Take care, y'all. And hopefully next time, I will be a little bit more together. Hi. Addendum. It's Christmas Eve. I forgot to show y'all this, which I finished between now and... Hold up. That's better. Which I finished between now and... and the last time, and the previous recordings, that you just saw. So, I don't remember the pattern maker. It's on my computer. We're getting ready to go to the annual Christmas party, so I'm a little frazzled. Just a tad. And the real reason I'm addenduming, I finished the bag. Yeah. I finished the coffin bag. So, had quite a few trials and tribulations. Would I do it? Would I ever make another coffin bag? Not if I don't have a pattern and detailed instructions. I winged this sucker and the zipper just about killed me. But it zips. It doesn't have a strap yet because I ran out of material, but it's pretty. I do believe that it's nice and perfect for a little gothling, as her mother calls her. So, there's where we are. There's your addendum. Happy holidays, everybody.